So I literally just waited 3 hours in the snow to come to a small little Trump rally here in New Hampshire. I brought my 3D printed amazing Trump stuff. Hopefully I can get it to him. I just wanted to say this and point out the fact of it all reminded me of how many times I sat around and went through blizzards in the cold just to buy drugs. And for the first time I did all of this not for that. I did all of this to actually get this company going and to actually build this small business. And I love it. I love it. They let me bring stuff in. It's absolutely amazing. It's a great time. Like, really? It's going to be so much fun. And I'll hopefully get some more.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
We're so gallantly streaming.
On track for working families?
Yeah!
Do you want a president who will secure the border?
Yeah!
Stop the flood of illegal immigrants?
Yeah!
Donald Trump will be that president!
I think you might have to do it maybe another time. They said, I'm not going to tell the people of New Hampshire. It's been rocky tonight, I will tell you, but I'm glad we made it. And
Me too!
that would have been a pretty big story, right, if we didn't make it. I mean, didn't make it. I'm thrilled to be back with the people of the great state of New Hampshire, with thousands of proud, hard-working American. A record-setting evening in Iowa. What a great place that is, too. The largest margin of victory in GOP history. Is that true? The previous record, as you know, was 12 points, and we beat it by more than 30 points. So that was really something. It's a long year. It's a lot of years. So we were honored by it. They're really stand for. And right now, we need a commander-in-chief who will lead us to victory in this war.
You're in the war to win one. You can't win one if you're asleep with the switch, have your head stuck in the the sand like most Republicans. And I think that's going to require somebody who isn't bought and paid for, a businessman, not a politician. Anyone ever heard of that? That's why I was in this race, but I'll tell you, the people of Iowa spoke loud and clear last night, and I'm a big believer that we, the people, create a government that is accountable to us, not the other way around. Choose who leads this country. And so we heard we, the people, last night, and that is why last evening I met my friend here, we met in person, and I told him that I would endorse Donald J. Trump for President of the United States. To lead us to victory in this war. It is a 1776 moment right now. That's where we live right now. And you want to know, what does it mean to be a Republican today? It means we believe in the ideals of 1776. Ideals like freedom and merit and the pursuit of excellence. That you get ahead in this country, not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and your contributions. And the transactions and the PEI. We are done with the nonsense. Send it back home. It means you
Coming in from mental institutions and insane asylums. Insane asylum, that's a step beyond. That's Silence of the Lambs. That's Hannibal Lecter. Did you ever hear of Hannibal Lecter? They're being dropped into our country. Hannibal Lecter is coming in, lots of them. They're closing up insane asylums all over the world, not just in South America. They're closing them up all over the world. In Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in the Middle East. We're bombing Yemen. We have a guy who's in charge of our war. I read about it today. He's using a laptop from his hospital bed. They couldn't find him, Secretary of Defense. And he's running the war with a laptop, like a child would do, you know, like a child plays with a laptop. And these are the same people that ran Afghanistan into the ground. You know, I was taking everybody out of Afghanistan, but we're doing it with strength. And we're doing it with dignity. We were coming out, and they were afraid of us, and they weren't doing anything. I spoke to the...
So, I had a very interesting night going to a Trump rally where I drove through. I mean, it was a good snowstorm here in New Hampshire. We stood outside for over 2 hours as I held this box, freezing my ass off with these 3D prints in it. Now, on the way through this long ass line, different people stopped to ask what were in them. Everybody loved them, but everybody did warn me there's a good chance they'll get thrown out. I got to the Secret Service and security people. They loved them. So they actually let me go through with them, but the stipulation was that I could not sell them while I was inside. They had to be given away, and that's exactly what I did. Is I had multiple conversations with people about bringing 3D printing to the New Hampshire area, starting a retail store / studio that helps keep these machines maintenanced and keep them up to date, so that way parents can get them for their kids and not worry about having to learn a whole new trade just so their kid can get by using a 3D printer. People are going to judge. They're going to talk shit. Somebody had mentioned something about the fact that Trump's statue is flicking people off. That's flicking the establishment off. That's flicking off what he walked into and changed for us. So understand that. It's not flicking off us. It's flicking off the establishment that we are trying to change. So understand that, please. But I'll go ahead and put a few clips here on, and I hope you guys enjoy and you see what it is I'm trying to do, because, you know, people like Trump, you might have all this judgment, you might be brainwashed by fucking media and stuff, but in reality, he's the only businessman that's going to help us as a country get back on our feet and be a profitable people where we are all actually making our dreams come true off of our goals and whatever. But the whole point is stop judging people. You guys are just insane. That's it. Just, you guys are so brainwashed, it's not even funny. But here's a few things from what had happened. I hope you enjoy.